Hey there, it's John with Excel Campus, and in this video I'm going to explain how to compare two sheets for duplicate values. Now there are a lot of different ways to go about this, but in this example we're going to use conditional formatting to highlight the cells that contain the duplicates. And this was a great question from Luis, a member of our Elevate Excel training program. And in this example here we have a list of names and phone numbers. We have 3 columns of phone numbers here, and we want to check and see if these phone numbers exist on this historical sheet here. And of course, if they do, we're then going to highlight those phone numbers in this yellow fill color here. And we can do the opposite of that as well. So on the historical sheet, if any of the phone numbers here and any of these columns exist on the other sheet, on the first sheet, we can highlight those as well. And again, we're going to use conditional formatting for this. And at the end of this video, I'll also explain a tip for highlighting cells in a different color if they contain more than one duplicate value on the other sheet. So if they contain 2 or more duplicates on the other sheet, we can highlight the cells in a different color. And of course, I'll make these files available for free download and put a link to these in the description below this video. So this is our before file where we have not applied the conditional formatting yet, and we'll go ahead and do that. Now before we apply the formatting, we're going to use a formula to do so. And specifically, we're going to use the COUNTIF function. So I'm going to write that formula in a cell here so I can explain it, and then we'll create the conditional formatting. So again, in this cell right here, I'm going to type COUNTIF, tab into that. COUNTIF has 2 arguments, the range and the criteria. So the range is the range of cells that we want to look in. So we're going to go over to the historical sheet here. We'll jump up to the top. I'm going to hit Control Home for that. Select cell B2 and then use keyboard shortcut Control Shift End to select all the way down to the end of the table because we want to look in all 5 of these phone number columns. Now at this point here, we want to use make this an absolute reference. So we're going to hit the F4 key on the keyboard to make this an absolute reference so that it doesn't move down as we copy the formula down. That's what those dollar symbols do there. I'm now going to type a comma, and we're going to specify the criteria, the second argument. And for that, we're going to go back over to the current sheet. And here we're going to just select cell B2. So just the first cell here in the table, B2. And that will be our criteria, just that single cell. And that will leave as a relative reference, so it does not have the dollar symbols. We'll close the parentheses on COUNTIF and hit Enter. And since I'm using an Excel table, that creates a new column here and copies the formula down. And as you can see here, we get a column of either zeros or 1 or a number greater than 1. So this is saying in this case here, the COUNTIF has found this phone number here 1 time in the other sheet, in any of the cells in the other sheet. Not just the first column, but any of the columns on the other sheet, it's found that 1 time. Here it's found this phone number 2 times on the other sheet. So the next step is that we're going to use this formula to apply the conditional formatting. So I'm just going to go up to the first cell here in the column. We'll go ahead and copy the formula text. So just select all the text. You can right-click copy or hit Control-C. Then we're going to select the cells that we want to apply the formatting to. So in that case, this is going to be from B2. I'll use Control-Shift-End on the keyboard to go all the way down to the bottom. I'm going to hold Shift left arrow to just select these 3 columns here, because this is what we want to apply the conditional formatting to. Then we're going to go to the Home tab on the ribbon. And over here, we're going to go to the conditional formatting dropdown, and we're going to choose New Rule. That'll open up this new formatting rule window. And here we want to use a formula to determine which cells to format. And this is where we can input our formula. It says it'll format values wherever this formula returns a true. So here we can just select in here, we can right-click paste or Control-V to input our formula. Now this formula does not technically return a true. It returns zeros or a number greater than 0. But we can use that as well. If it's a 0, that's going to be a false. If it's in a number greater than 0, that's going to represent a true. So it's okay if the formula returns a number. So this is just going to, again, evaluate that in each cell that we have selected, and then we can apply a format. So we'll click the format button here. Here you can choose number formats, font colors, borders. We'll just apply a fill color, this yellow fill color for now, and hit OK. And then again, we can hit OK here. And now we can see any cell that contains a value in the historical sheet will be highlighted in yellow. Now there's a few important things to know about this conditional formatting. First of all, we do not need the formulas in this column here. I was just using that to show an example of how to write this formula. I'm going to go ahead and right click and delete the column there, just so this is not confusing. We don't need that formula there. We put the formula in the conditional formatting manager. And we're also going to go back to the manager, and I'll explain that real quick. So Home tab, conditional formatting. Now we'll go to Manage Rules. That'll open up this window. If you don't see the rule here, instead of current selection, you can select this worksheet. And now you'll see the rule that we've just created. And one point of confusion here with COUNTIF, or really any formula that you're applying here, is this COUNTIF formula is currently it says B2 right here. And that is the same reference as the first reference here in the applies to range, B2. And those need to be the same. However, since this is a relative reference, what the conditional formatting manager is doing is in the background, it's going and applying this formula here to each of the cells in the applies to range. And as it does that, it changes this reference. So when it goes and applies the formula to C2 and C3 and D3 and so on, as it does that, it's changing this relative reference here because this is a relative reference. So it'll actually change this in the background to C2 and C3 and run the formula and see if it returns a 0 or a number greater than 0, and then apply the formatting if it does. So that's how that works in the background. A lot of times you might think you'll need to specify the entire range here, B2 to D101, but that's not the case. It's just a single cell reference right there. So I just wanted to clear that up because a lot of people get hung up on that one, and it's good to understand that. So we'll go ahead and hit OK here. Now you can also do that same technique to highlight the cells on this sheet that are duplicates from the previous sheet, from the current sheet. And I'll leave that as a challenge for you for some practice. If you want to pause the video right now and try that out, you can go ahead and do that, or do that after you watch the video. Now at the beginning of the video, I also mentioned that I explained how to highlight cells that have more than 2 duplicate values on the other sheet. So in order to do that, we can again go to the Home tab here. We'll choose Conditional Formatting, jump into Manage Rules. And here we just need to first duplicate our existing rule, because we also want to keep the yellow, but if there's more than 2 duplicates, we want to shade it in a different color. So we'll go ahead and select this rule, hit Duplicate Rule, and then we'll select the first rule here. And here we're going to click Edit Rule. And that'll again bring up this window. And right here at the end of our COUNTIF, we're going to add a comparison operator, which is the greater than symbol. So we're just going to compare this. If this is greater than 1, then it'll return a true. If it's not, it'll return a false. So essentially, if it's 2 or more, it's going to return a true and apply the formatting. So we'll change the fill color here. We can change it to, let's say, this orange color, or something that stands out even more if you want. Hit OK there. We'll hit OK again. And now you can hit Apply here to look at it, or you can hit OK to close the window. But as you can see over here now any cells that contain more than 1 duplicate value on the historical sheet are shaded in orange. So we'll go ahead and hit OK to close this. One final note here is that with conditional formatting, these rules are dynamic. And what that means is if, let's say, we see that this is a duplicate value and we do some research and decide that this is actually the wrong phone number. If we go into this cell here, instead of 33, we change it to 34 and hit enter. Now you can see that this cell is no longer shaded yellow because it doesn't have a duplicate that exists on the other sheet. So my point is that as the values change, or maybe you add values, delete rows, insert rows, anything like that, as the values change here, the conditional formatting is automatically applied. You don't have to go apply the rule all over again. And that's what makes conditional formatting great, is that as your users are interacting with your worksheets, these rules are automatically going to apply, and they'll be able to quickly see here where there are duplicates and then go do the research if they need to clean them up, or whatever the next step in the process is. So I hope this has been helpful. There are, of course, a lot of different ways you can use COUNTIF with conditional formatting, and I'll put some links to some other videos in the description below where you can check those out as well. But if you have any questions about this technique, feel free to leave a comment right below this video. Thanks again for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.